The online world hasn't been very kind to photographers recently, particularly Instagram. So you have tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of users looking for a new place to go, and many of them have moved over to a social media platform called Vero. The issue here is that you've got lots and lots of small users trying to be discovered on a platform that doesn't really have much of a discovery system. But that's all about to change, and I think this is a really good thing, particularly for us photographers. I'll show you through this update in a second, but first, I was lucky enough to join a couple of calls with the people over at Vero, so I'll share some of the insights from those conversations and where I think that they're going with all of this after this little demo. But first, let's take a look at the update. So I'm going to record my screen. 3, 2, 1. So if you go to the home screen on Vero, you'll see that you have all of the little, the notifications up at the top, but you also have this new one which looks like a compass. This is essentially the discovery system. This is like the explore page. You have to forgive my internet because I'm in my studio. Now this is a whole bunch of photographers and it's just photos at the moment. Now they've just posted, so you can see the top one here, that's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 13 minutes. Now, what I really like about this is you can actually see how active the platform is from that, and it's pretty active. There are lots and lots of people here sharing photos, and this discovery system is picking them up. So I can just scroll through, and when I see something that I like, this is pretty cool. Of course, it's Mads Peter Iversen. So I'm already following him, so I'm gonna like that. He's a fantastic photographer. I'm sure you know who he is. I'm gonna keep going, and when I see something, what's this from Dylan here an hour ago? Dylan is a brand new user that I've just discovered, so I'm going to follow Dylan. If you're watching this video, not that everybody does, but some people do, so hey Dylan. So I'm just scrolling through that, finding brand new users whose photos I like and following them. I'm discovering new photographers, and I haven't been able to do that properly for quite a long time. Now, there are nuances and there are intricacies to this. This is the first iteration of Vero's discovery system, and right now I get the impression that this is really just a proof of concept. They've had a whole influx of new users, and I get the impression from this update and from what they've said that they want to show willing and they want to show how welcome those photographers are on the platform, and they've done that in the form of this discovery system. So why is this good? Why is this good for you? Why is this good for the community? This gives people a place to scroll through and consume photography. It sounds silly, but there aren't many places that you can do that in the palm of your hand really easily. And this is where the sources of inspiration are. As I've already said in my previous videos, if it wasn't for me scrolling through and finding other photographers, there's a lot of elements to my photography that I would never have learned, and I would never have kind of gone out of my comfort zone to experience. This also means that Vero is embracing that new influx of photographers that they've got through all of the social media noise that's been happening recently. They're kind of embracing those people with open arms and showing us that you're welcome here, and here are some new features specifically for you, which I think is a really good thing, because I was a little worried about what they were going to do next, whether they were just going to be like, cool, we've got loads of new users, that's that. But no, they've kind of made a change to say, hey, what do you think of this? Previously, I honestly think that you would do better as a photographer to learn how to market on social media rather than how to take great photos. I know for myself that I'm someone who is an experienced photographer. I know what I'm doing, but I've got a lot more to learn. Put that to one side, I'm a digital marketer. I know how to put myself on the internet. And that was an advantage to me. This means that any of those photographers that just want to post their photos, they can do that, and they have the same chance as anyone else of getting discovered. This means that you can now find other photographers through the merit of their work or their technical skill, and not the size of their following or their ability to gather up engagement. Now, you do still have to be in the right place at the right time, and something that is a little bit of a concern is, does this work at scale? But as long as there is a balance between the people posting and the people browsing, this just means that you have to be in the right place at the right time. This system feels a little bit like dropping into an all-day networking event for just 1 hour. You're not going to see everybody, but you will see the people who are there at the same time as you. Photography is technical skill, it's artistic merit, it's the intention, the purpose, or the story behind that image. For example, if you take something like Instagram, and I'm not saying that they do this, but let's say that they decided that they wanted to create an algorithm that would wean out all of the blurry photos. Photographers often intentionally take blurry photos, or they intentionally put their subject out of focus. This means a robot cannot make that decision. You need a human eye, you need a photographer's eye to kind of assess the execution of the intention of that piece of work. That's a very complicated way of saying to decide whether something's good or not. And while we could debate forever the kind of merits of judging someone's artwork, I think I would rather a human did it, particularly a group of humans, rather than a robot. So you might be thinking, how can you use this discovery system? Right now, everyone, as far as I know, can browse the discovery system. The people in it at the moment are people that Vero have kind of found and put in there just to kind of prove how this can work. And I know that they're going to be opening it up to more people soon, so we're just going to have to wait and see what their next steps are on that. But just as a first look, a first iteration, this looks cool. So I guess thanks, Vero. Thanks for doing something for us photographers. Not many are right now. So of course, let me know what you think of this in the comments. And I'm sorry I'm being quiet still on this YouTube channel. I am making YouTube videos. I'm just not posting them here right now. I'm trying to tidy up my whole mess of subjects on the internet. So I apologize for that. But if you're new here, of course, hit that subscribe button and I will see you all in the next video.